Namaste programs, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, France to Australia bush trip in little bits. We're going from El Minya, where we left off yesterday, in Egypt, to Asyut International Airport, also in Egypt, continuing along the Nile here. So let's go. Alright, we've been given clearance, let's go. We are leaving El Minya, near the town, city of Tallah. We're heading off this way first, north, the wrong way, but that's fine, that's the way we've been told. And then we'll be turning right around, heading back the way we're coming. Let's get going. Wheels up. Come on, a bit of lift would be nice. There we go, get our flaps up before we end up out of the white line. The white area of safe flappage. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Much like everything here. Let's, I haven't done my, get rid of flashing light. Get our wind on. 2 knots! Oh no. However will we survive? A bit of a look around. It's Tallah back there, I think. Wait for the purple arrow to be happy before we head back the way we took off. There we go, all the way back around. So we want 147 degrees for 4 minutes 59 on our way to Abu Kirkas. So I'm continuing going south along the Nile because that's where the interesting things are. Trying to head over that desert there is not going to be an interesting flight, and the nearest airports are about an hour away, and that's, you know, there isn't... I'm struggling to find a spot where there's going to be a way of crossing that desert with 2 airports. You know, half an hour each, basically. But we'll find one eventually. So as far as we're going south or east, we're going in the right direction, so... we're good for now. Let's go visit Tallah. Look at this, we've got football fields galore. They like their football in Tallah. I think we can probably level off now. Having gained enough height, try to get to 4%. There we go, and 90% power, as per usual. The plane drop out of the sky and gain some height a bit. Speed a bit, I mean. You know what I mean. Come on, you don't not know what I mean. Another big city on the river, or on the canal and the river. Got more of these overpasses that just seem to disappear into nothing. Not quite sure what's going on there, algorithm. You're struggling. You're struggling, my bro. You're struggling. Get it together. Have a look around. Oh, purple lines. Aliens are targeting us. Purple, well, not purple lines. Purple grid bits. Such a strange bug. Again, the completely amazing contrast between lush fields and just interminable desert. Amazing place. What an amazing place. Who'd have thunk? Ooh, big city, oh, big town possibly there. Up on the flat plain of the desert there. Interesting. Right, we've done 3 minutes of 5, another couple of minutes to our first waypoint of Abu Qirqas. No, I haven't done my QNH. We might be at a completely different height. Yes, we are. I'm wondering why, with our usual settings, we're actually descending. Alright, we'll go to 5% trim. What is it? I mean, there's not much of a tailwind. Bit strange, bit strange. We do the same things in the same conditions every day, and every day it's slightly different. Trimming settings. Perhaps I drank too much yesterday and I'm much heavier than I should be. It's the pilot's fault. Taking up too much weight. Still descending. Alright, even more 5%. Let's see. Purple line is beginning to turn off. So Abu Qirqas must be around here somewhere. One of these towns, villages, farming places, communes. See, there's our custom point just before the river, so must be here somewhere. One of these must be Abu Qirqas. Showed up on the map at the high level, so I clicked on it and made it a waypoint. Let's go have a look at this one, because we do need to basically turn slightly to the right anyway. What have we got? We've got a big building and then a whole town. You know, not quite as dense as some of the others, you know, a little bit more spread out, a little bit more space between some of the buildings, so, you know, there's a little bit of variation in how people around here do their towns. So now we want 175 for 417. Let's see, we're going to Malawi. The town of Malawi. Isn't there a country called Malawi? I'm not sure. Not sure at all. So, look at this, we've got fields here, desert almost immediately, river, lush plains, little town. Now we're gaining height again, so let's do one tap down on the trim. We're almost bang on the line as well. Ah, everything's going well. We're going to have to wait for the rug to be pulled out from underneath it, but we're in an airplane, so it wouldn't make any difference. We'd still keep flying if someone pulled a rug out from underneath us. Look at that. Just incredible scenery. Desert. Sand. Arrakis. Dune. Desert planet. Cool. Cool. Crossing back over the river again. Back and forth. This gigantic river. How are we doing? 2.5 minutes of what was it? 4 minutes? So we're nearly there. It must be this, Malawi must be this town up ahead. May even be a city. It's got some big buildings rendering in already. Well, let's find out in 2 minutes. A little squiz at this little... Oh, it's got a little bridge, 2 little bridges over the canal. I wonder what this canal's called. Is it a famous canal? Is it just the Nile Canal? Yes, rather large town here, Malawi. It's mainly on this other side of the canal. You know, this have all been between the river and the canal. This one's like, nope, I want none of that river nonsense. We're gonna expand outwards from the canal. Let's see if you can stop us. Spoiler alert, no one did. We've got possible football field there with a swimming pool. Interesting. Bunch of big buildings, lots and lots of people. Malawi, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, now we're doing a big little turn just over to here. A big little turn, whatever that means. It's a little segment, but a big turn, is what I was trying to say. 124 for 1 minute 15. Just down here somewhere. A point that's just above, past the river, is Tol Bani Umran. Tal Bani Umran, perhaps. Again, I'm wondering why I have lost height when I turn. I'm not paying enough attention to the altimeter. So long as we are not at 0 height, I suppose we're okay, right? Let's see, there's our custom marker. It's just north of this little town that actually is on both sides of the river, so that must be it. Or else it's some kind of thing here. Maybe this is a compound of some description or a famous place. I don't think that's correct. Anyway, algorithm, you do what you feel is right, of course. Now we want 220 for 1 minute 17. To Daya Mawas. I think that must have been a marking in the sand that the algorithm has decided to turn into a giant temple. Interesting. Sometimes the algorithm goes mad. And we love it for it. We love it, don't we? So this town here is Daya Mawas. It has a football field. More and more of these are having football fields. Good on them. Anything else? Little square there with some government buildings, probably the town hall. Looks quite interesting. Alright, now we want 200 degrees for 2 minutes 7. Beirut. Or Beirut. I'm gonna go Beirut. There we go, following our line, following our arrows, following everything. Following the canal, there's 2 canals now. The roads, oh, it's just everything. Everything points to the same direction right now. All roads lead to Beirut, apparently. We've got a bit of town on the left, then a bridge, then a bunch of town in the middle here between the 2 canals, and then the rest of it on the other side. It's all over the place. Is this Beirut? No, the next bit is Beirut. This is not Beirut. Possibly still Beirut. Maybe all of this is the same town. Basically city. Pretty big. Pretty big, Beirut. Here's our custom marker. Yes, so this one here is actually what was labelled as Beirut. Now we've got 3 canals, and they all merge back into one. Absolute madness. Cool place. What's that? Racetrack or something. Almost could be an old runway or something, but it's not listed as one, so who knows what that is. Now we want 150 for 544 to Manfalut. There we go. 150. Basically now heading back over to the river. Got more towns here. Have a look around. Enjoy the desert and the moon. Cool. That's very cool. I love it. Say goodbye to our good friend Beirut. Thank you for having us in your airways. Good luck with your efforts against the zombies, Beirut. Godspeed. Okie dokie, we're going to cross over the river a couple of times. On our way to Manfalut. We've done 1.5 minutes. We've got to do 5.5 minutes. None of these towns showed up on the high level, so they did not get picked as waypoints. Their loss. A big almost city, really. Pretty big over there. We've got cool looking rock formations in the sand here, with people living right up to the base of the hill there, before it just becomes absolute desert. Come on, game, don't fall apart now. How are we doing? 2.5 minutes or 5.5 minutes? Still to go. Riverside town, village. Not really a town, more of a village. Let's go with village. What's going on over there? Weird fields here, maybe. Maybe they're just levees against the sand or something. going on this island as well? It's got all these little roads. Oh, interesting. What are you building on this island, my Egyptian friends? Alright, another couple of minutes to go. I'm not sure whether Manfulu is a city or a town or a village or just a shack in the middle of farmland. Who knows? So where are we? Where is our point? The line is moving away, so it must be this one here. And I think it's Manfalut, but I think I might have missed one because I'm looking at our next. There's still 2 more legs. Oh no, that's correct. That's correct, yes. Yes, it's all good. This must be Manfalu. Oh, maybe not. Maybe even the one after. Sorry, mislabeled you, whatever town you are. There's our custom point. In amongst all those canals. There's canals on canals now. Canals everywhere. Canals to the right, canals all going through, canals in the middle, canals right below us. Alright, so this town below us is not Manfalut. The next one is, but we'll have a look at this one anyway, see if they've got anything weird and interesting. Another one of these long fields like that. Wonder what that's about. Bigger town over there, but this must be our good friend Manfalut. Right on the custom marker. Purple arrow is keen for us to move on. We want 116 now. For 5 minutes 30 again, basically. To Asyut, the city of Asyut. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I'll say Asyut. We are actually going to Asyut International Airport, but it is 20 kilometers away from the city, so a couple more legs of this leg to go, a couple more segments, but 5 minutes now to Asyut, which I think is a city, possibly. If it has an international airport, you would think it's something of some importance. Alright, what have we got? Oh, that desert is just, it's so impressive. It's so impressive that there's just green, 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 then boom, nothing. Boom, nothing. Same this way. A little bit more of a sort of gradation from green to browns to yellows to nothing. To think all of this was forest at one point 9,000 years ago. Well, lush as well. I don't know if it was forest, but it had water. It was like Europe. It was the cradle of civilization. And now it's all just desert. You can see why some people might have thought that their gods were not happy with them. They're like, oh, we had all this lush land, and now it's all turned to desert in the space of what I believe is like 100 years or something. It just completely, utterly climate changed. Anyway, I'm seeing a big city in the distance there. That must be our good buddies living in Asyut. Basically heading east now. We're soon going to have to start crossing this desert. We'll see. One of these soon enough. Try and get over to the water, and then we'll have to find a spot where we can cross the water that doesn't take too long to get us over into the next, what is it? I don't even know what country it would be. It'd be Iran, I guess, or yeah, one of them. One of them. I'm not really good on my Middle Eastern geography. In fact, I'm terrible at all geography, but especially Middle Eastern geography. That's why we're doing this trip. To educate ourselves. Alright, another couple of minutes before we're at the actual waypoint. Get a good look at Asyut, big city here in, can we call it southern Egypt yet? Or are we still middle Egypt? Let's see how much of Egypt there still is. Let's get a Google map up. Well, I'll get a Google map up. You won't know. Yes. My God, we're probably just about the middle. Asyut is probably the middle of Egypt. Of course, it's Saudi Arabia on the other side of the Red Sea. I knew it wasn't Iran. Iran's further up that way. That's why I was confusing myself. Anyway, there we go. We've got to somehow get to Saudi Arabia at some point. And cross that country. Where's our marker? Our marker's slightly in the middle of the city here. Suddenly we're gaining a lot of height without changing anything. A little bit more. Now we've got our headwind. Alright, fair enough. That would explain it. The wind has changed on us. As we look at this big city. Big city. Lots of people. Again, the low-res photography has done something to that, where I think there should be buildings, but it's just put it as a giant rubble field or something. We've got a big stadium, an actual football stadium, not just a field. They like having their swimming pools next to their football thing, probably because it's bloody hot here, wouldn't you say? Damn hot place, wouldn't you say, my friend? Yes, I would, old fruit. Let's see, 2:24 for 4 minutes and 58 seconds as we find our way to Asyut International Airport, which is just way out here in the desert somewhere, 20k from Asyut itself. You'd think we'd be able to see it already. There's not much out here, but let's go find it, and let's go land this thing. There we go. Now we've got the stark contrast right below us. And over there. And this way. And nothing below us. A couple of little things below us. Now we've just got rocky things. Where's this airport then? Might be something there. Lightly. Maybe not. Not sure. Didn't actually have much choice of airports down this way. A similar issue I've been faced with trying to find a way across that way. There's just no airports, and I don't want to do a 1 hour flying over desert video. I may do what we did with the water crossing the Mediterranean. I may just do it in fast motion. Save you all the trouble. Okay, I see. Yeah, alright, there's a runway there. Can't really see it visually yet, but it's there somewhere. It's probably time to talk to the airport. Let's see, Asyut International, HEAT. That's how hot it is over here. Even their airports are heat.
Asyut Tower, Chas Rover, Zulu Alpha 116 miles northeast, 2,100 feet to land. Chas Rover, Zulu Alpha 11 Asyut Tower. CLNH 29er, 8 wind 333 at 7. Make left downwind, runway 31.
Runway 31, okay.
Enter left traffic, runway 31, Chas Rover, Zulu Alpha 11.
Well, I'm meant to enter left traffic, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do right traffic. I don't want to have to fly over the airport and then loop back round. It is just a simulation. I can't crash into other airplanes that might be in the vicinity. Plus, it's the zombie apocalypse. There are no other airplanes. Let's see. I'm not really getting a good idea of where this runway is. I can sort of see it there. Yeah, right. Okay. Runway 31, huh?
Clear to land, runway 31, Chas Rover, Zulu Alpha 11.
Our flaps down, let's get our gear down. We're going straight into the sun right now. Time is it local time? 1:16 PM. It's a nice warm afternoon. Is it warm? It's 20 degrees. Middle of winter, it's 20 degrees. Yeah, that's madness, I tell you. Some little cars going along what is probably a freeway highway. Yes, it is. It's a little weird coloured, but it is a road. Well done, algorithm. Okay, let's get our views right so that when we flip between them, we're not having to change them while also trying to land. Let's do that. Almost time to turn. Quite in the right position, but it'll do. Let's go. It'll do. It's a big airport. It's a big runway. Okay, and we've actually turned too early. Just go to this view and land it. Stop mucking about. Oh, runway 31. There we go. I mean, it wasn't the orthodox way of doing it, but hey, we've got the world to ourselves. We'll just land however we damn well please, I guess. PM. Welcome to Asyut International Airport. That was leg 28 of our jaunt across the world. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for existing. Au revoir. Goodbye.